Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to see about putting a fighter inside the Kestral. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these as non-fighter ships, so I will be not doing that. I won't be doing that because I think we're going to put those on the outside of the ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a layout inside the Kestral to put actual fighters though. Actually, I'm going to try something. Let's see where the ammo comes out of this thing again when I grind it, because it looked like it all came out of the barrel and not the back. Oh, it did come out of the back. Okay. To the first one, it did look like it came out of the barrel. Alright, so let's see here. I could use the Kestral's shuttles as fighters, but I don't. I really like their layout, and I think they're going to look cool mounted on how I had them on the outside of the ship. So talked about it last episode, and I have this as a mod downloaded from the Steam Workshop. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a fighter that'll fit through this door. So it'll probably be like that military one that I jacked up a couple episodes ago. So I want to put that, I believe, right here. Because I don't like this anyway. So I think what we'll end up doing is moving or replacing the large reactor with an array of small reactors. There's some modded ones. I have a couple modded ones like this one here, and let's see. That's a tiny reactor that works on small ships. I gotta. There's a few different reactors that are out there. They run on other things other than. Let's see here. I think I have. Large reactor. So yeah, there's a few different reactors now. So I'll plug around with that and modify it up a bit so we can put the reactors probably like down the sides so we can have a hangar bay inside here. And like I was talking about before, I can take out this wall as well, move the refinery and assembler to the side, because we have all this room in here. The ship, I think what I end up needing to do is pretty much take out all of the interior walls and just go along and rebuild this interior, because this interior is pretty spacious and I just want to keep the overall outside look of the ship, such as like these side entrances. Yeah, I'm not sure if I need those, so I might turn those into windows or something like that, something cool. The front of the ship needs to be decked out with armor, so we're gonna take pretty much man, remember I was telling you about this thing buckling the way it was? How I was worried about that? That's what I was talking about. They end up just kind of just shaking themselves apart, because this deck was in just perfect shape. Alright. So, yeah, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to replace all of these front plates probably till about just behind that orange line with that new higher grade armor. So, without further ado, let's get busy. So let's get the Scorpion over there. And then we're going to carve out that back area right above where it almost looks like there's a landing deck already. So right above this line right here, we're going to carve out. So basically 1, 2, 3 blocks tall, probably as wide as that whole area right there. So let's turn the camera here so I can not ram into the ship. Oh, wrong button. No. I was gonna roll over, but I realized that would just make things harder. Try not to smack the top of the ship. Gonna anyway, so. Okay. Pull it back here a little bit. Yeah, gotta take out those lower blocks. Okay, there we go. So that looks like that's the start of our entrance to our ship. Oh man, whoever laid this ship out, they put all the gyroscopes mounted to interior parts of the ship. Kind of weird. See, they're all upside down, connected to internal plates, which have like no hit points. So your gyroscopes are all gonna break free so easily. I want an all button for my personal inventory. So there's 2 more gyroscopes we have to put in the ships now. I think we've taken out like 6. Let's take some of those back. And we'll keep those, and yeah. Alright, so let's see here what this door looks like. So we're going to go to that button there. We're going to hit 8. So I'm thinking about putting it here, like that. That's pretty cool looking. It's pretty expensive, but that's okay. It's a massive door. Wow, that is so cool. I can put it in upside down now. I did. Way to go. Way to go, Havoc. 2 weeks later. A lot of hit points. I like that. It just means it's secure. Alright, so I'm going to put some interior plates down first. So I don't think I have any in my inventory. Let's see. I do, because that thing took some, so. Let's see, we'll put those here. Okay. And let's weld those up first real quick. And done. So now let's go ahead and throw that door back down, and let's put it right side up this time. Alright, so there we go. I love the fact it has lights on it. That's really cool that it gives that effect of just like, just glow. So let's climb out. I'm thinking about taking out these panels and putting sloped in, so let's do that. Kind of like how it had before for the little man door, and these panels here were all sloped inward towards it. So we'll do the same type of thing. So where there is interior panels, okay, they are just facing their standard direction. Okay, guess I can leave that for now. Let's see, we're gonna hit 7. We'll put some more internal panels in here. Oops. There's an extra one in there, but that'll be alright. So now we need light armor sloped and internal quarter. This is always fun. Okay. And if I had it like 3 or 4 times in there, feel free to comment below. Alright, so like this, like this, and like that. Now, do we have enough steel plates in here to finish this? Perfect. I think that needs to get replaced. Yeah, it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that with armor blocks. Hopefully you can't see these down below. Okay, good. And I think I'm going to put that orange on there. I think that would be pretty cool. Come on. There we go. G. Armor plate. And here and here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's take a look how this door opens up. Wow, that is wicked cool. I love the sounds it makes. I like it. Alright, so this is going to be our new hangar bay. So we just need to make ships small enough to fit through here to go out and attack. They can be drones. I mean, we don't even have to actually pilot them, since we're going to be making these things, basically 3D printing them with projector blocks. We can make a drone. It would be just as simple as a full-on cockpitted fighter. Make them expendable as well. So even more over expendable, I should mean, because the fighters themselves we're going to be considering expendable. So okay. So now the next thing up is, as I was saying, gutting this interior. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and we will come back. Let's see. I want to see. Let's go view. I mean, he's small, but is he that small? Let's see here. Get as close as I can to the deck. I think his landing gear on top are going to be in the way. Okay, so he hits on that side, but we got room on the other side, so slide over just enough. Ooh. If it wasn't for that landing gear on the top, he would fit. Yeah, he's all the way down right now. So, guess what I'm going to do? Oh, no, that reactor... I'm not going to go very far. If that reactor wasn't there, we could definitely fit him in. We could bring the Scorpion in, tear this all the stuff out from the inside, and then fly back out. I could have flown him in there first before we put the door in, for sure. But okay, we'll bring him over here and dock him. We'll end up putting the Scorpion on a diet, it looks like. Don't feel bad, big guy. You're still my favorite ship. Let's see here. Let's dock him here. Camera angle. I'm still waiting to hear from somebody who knows how to mod to tell me that they can do this laser sight thing. You'd be my favorite person in all of the internets. It doesn't want to look like it wants to dock. No, it doesn't want to. Alright, I might have that coupler turned off or something, so no worries. Alright, so again, I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to cut away the inside. Haha. So I'm going to take away all these interior plates, and I'll see you after the cut. So I thought I'd bring you in to show you guys this. I found this. I was cutting away this wall, and right behind here, there is a ton of unused space. Look at this. There's a nice little hole right here. We could put all kinds of things in here. We could put several of the side thrusters in here. It goes this way as well. It looks like this was an addition to the ship. So I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd share it with you guys, and thought I'd add it in. You know, this seems to be an add-on as well. It comes in on that side as well. I think what I'll do is I'll put some angled pieces here. You need steel plates for that. Yeah. Guess what? There's some right here. So what I'll probably do is actually tie. Looks like that does tie in below. Okay. So I'm going to want to make sure, because these two pieces don't look like they're connected, but they are. So, but it'd be kind of nice to carry this into here, and then possibly change the overall structure, the internal structure of this. So, all right, yeah, I'll bring you back when I get this done. Okay, so I'd say we're about 60% done. So all of these incomplete interior panels you see on the ground are places where there used to be gyroscopes. So there are a lot of gyroscopes that were attached to the floor, and I believe there was one here when we hacked the ship originally. Except right here, these two right here were where that cubby hole is. I started filling them in, but so yeah, this here was part. Oh, I took everything away. So yeah, you can see how much more space there is. There's a ton of room, and so the best part is the person who designed the ship left. Turn the gravity out. There we go. There's this system down below of being able to walk around inside, and there's piping underneath and stuff like that. So this is pretty awesome. These do not need to be down below the ship. Oh, okay, I see what he did. He used those to seal off. So what I'm going to do now is do this instead. Except I don't have any steel plates. So I'm coming back and I'm going to do this so it's a little bit more obvious of what's behind there. So yeah, this is pretty awesome because you can get around the internal structures of the ship pretty seamlessly. So I think what I need to do is now come through here, remove all the gyroscopes, because they're all, yeah. The reason I say we're only like 60% done is because if you sit in the cockpit or in a chair, for every one of these, for all these plates that I've pulled out, there are still 18 gyroscopes on this ship. So there's a lot of them that are going to have to get replaced and moved to other locations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this large reactor. There's a hole there. Hey, those were more gyroscopes. See, there's some back there, and they run all along that back wall. So take out this large reactor, and we're going to put a cluster of small reactors down each side, or down the middle. I'm not sure. down the middle, starting from up here, as far as there is a secondary cockpit bay or secondary cargo bay below, I'm going to put heavy plate armor down the middle, and then either side of that heavy plate armor going all the way down, I'm going to put a gyroscope. So all the gyroscopes will be down the center line of the ship, which in theory physics would help apply there. And they'll all be attached to heavy armor plate, which is also attached to the internal and external hull. So if this plate gets damaged, that armor block is still attached to the bottom, and the outside is still attached to it as well. So the beacon's going to move. It's not going to stay here. I think I'm going to put the beacon someplace up here. Up here. There's this kind of like makeshift looking observation deck, and I'm actually going to turn it into one and possibly put a secondary control unit back here. So if that front part of the ship is damaged, we can come back here and fly it from here. So we're going to move our refinery and assembler. The refinery is probably going to go to the tail end of the ship. Probably like on one of the sides right here. Probably put two of them, one on each side, pipe them down underneath, put assemblers on top of each one so they're out of the way. Because you're going to fly in, you're going to want as much forward space as possible, and that will give us all the way to this bulkhead right here. This large cargo container is going to go away. Going to take some of those slim cargo containers, those modded cargo containers, and put them down underneath. So we'll have just as much storage, probably more, but it'll be tucked away. So pretty much from this bulkhead to that bulkhead will be all ships, or the possibility to store drones or small fighters. So basically, if it can fit through this door, we'll be able to launch it. So this become a small carrier at that point. Very small carrier, but still. So yeah, that's where we're headed with the ship. I got a lot of work to do. Those gyroscopes, the way they're positioned, really make it difficult to make repairs to the ship or modifications to the ship. Because if I take out any of these plates, there's gyroscopes below them. So then they start floating away. Say there's another gyroscope there. So if I take that plate out, gyroscope comes loose. I have to have gravity off. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting, because if I have gravity on and my inventory fills up and it falls down and lands on those gyroscopes, they start moving, and once they start moving, they just keep moving, and they bang the ship up pretty bad. In fact, a lot of the warped plating we've been seeing, there's a gyroscope right next to those warped plates. So I'm wondering if maybe these interior plates don't have any hit points. They're very, very weak. I wonder if mounting gyroscopes to those is what's causing that. I can't confirm that, but we're not going to be mounting them to it anyway, so. Alright, so I'm going to continue to cut away at this, and let's see here. Yeah, if we get... I think if we get this small reactor moved, not quite sure where I want to put the reactors yet, because I want to contain them internally to the ship because they're so critical. I think what I'm going to do is that spine I was talking about, where I want to have the gyroscopes attached to. I might have it come up inside the ship, or I might add the reactors to it. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out, because I want the reactors piped as well, so we don't have to feed the reactors. We're going to need a kick jump starter like this one so we can get to it. But that can be external to the ship. It can be a secondary power supply or something. Just kind of like poking up through a hole. I do not want to do large reactors because they take up so much room. But let's take a look really quick here at how big some of these other reactors are. So we need steel plates. Do we have any of those? We do not, but there's a ton of them in here now. So I'll take 100 of those things, thank you. And let's take a look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That one doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3 reactors. So if I remember correctly, this is the latest one I've downloaded, and it runs off of magnesium rods, I think. And it is massive. Well, no, it's not too bad. It's hitboxes, though. But it can't help that. So that's not too... It's pretty cool looking. So it has those little computer panels on there and stuff. So, okay, that's that one. And now let's go to the other one. That's pretty decent size as well. It's pretty much the same size as a current reactor. Yeah, it's pretty much the same size. And I think we had one left. Yeah, this one here. And again, it's about the same size, right? It's 3x3. No, this one's only too tall, it looks like. Actually, it looks like it's sitting off the ground. I might have put it upside down. I think I did. Yeah, I put it upside down last time. So this one's only too tall, it looks like. Yeah, it's only too tall, whereas their large reactors are 3 tall. In theory, we could put those over here. Because it's a 3x3x2. Let's try over here real quick. That doesn't count piping it though either. I didn't think about that. So I guess that does make it a 3x3 because you have to have a connection point underneath. Unless you put it upside down, I guess. Well, it does still look like 3x3. So now we only took out one block. So, yeah. Because the connection point's on top right here. That'd be kind of cool to go in there. Everybody welded up around you. So it is still 2x2 because we just took out this one block and then the block it's on, and then the piping out would be 3. So this is a true 3x3. 1, 2, 3, and it still needs piping. So I don't know, that looks kind of cool over there too, especially if once it was up and running. Yeah, I think we'll do something like this. We'll see how this works out. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Whoops. Way to go, Havoc. See how the door's there. Let's see, let's flip it over. Yes, we want it facing that direction so we can pipe it in on the top. So, alright. Let's see, let's do this. So G reactor, it's this guy. 2,900 steel plates. 1,000 steel plates. So an insane amount of steel plates. How many reactor components? 5,600 to 2,000. Oh, so this thing's hungry. Yeah, I think that's gonna be what we need. That's gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna end up having to get that thing online. So And in theory, we're going to have two of them. We'll put another one on this side of the ship as well. And then we'll only put a couple of these small reactors for basically like emergency generators. And we'll put those elsewhere inside the ship. So this looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it to another build state. It'll take 2 trips to do this. Ugh. Hey, turn her suit off. So you can also not use as much energy by not having your suit or your jetpacks on. So I need construction components now. Just want to get it to build state so we can see what it looks like. We're halfway there. Come on, let's just do it. Let's get this thing online. So those and those. Go grids, large steel tubes. Oh, we're not going to get it online. We need almost 6,000 reactor components. Now, if the Scorpion can reach that from the outside of the ship, actually, let's head to the Scorpion. Push the dampener's back on. Alright, so check his inventory. Does he have any in him? He's got 4,000. We are in luck. Alright, so let's take a look here. Whoa, Havoc, slow down. Alright, so in theory... oh, it's right here. There it is. Granted, we don't get to see it getting built, but we just put a ton of reactor components in there. But not enough. Hi. So I need to take uranium out of this. You guys saw this comment, didn't you? Like, he's gonna take those reactors apart. We know he is. So I need some large steel tubes too. So oh, way to go, Havoc. I took the uranium out and it's just piping it right back into the... Yeah, I see. You're right. Alright, it's done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that reactor up here. And the reason I'm moving it up here is because this is where... I'm not messing with this front part of the ship until I start redoing the armor. So until I redo the armor up here, this front section of the ship is not going to get changed. Good enough. Just need to get it online. We're going to take all of this out of here right now. Yes, yes, I know. There. All systems are back online. So now we can take this and do this. Take all this stuff from here, put them in here. Or not. Okay, so everything we need out of this is already gone, except we need some of the large steel tubes. We have to get through reactor components to get to. Actually, I should have done this part first before, before using the Scorpion. Okay, so through reactor components, now we can get to the other stuff. Okay. Whoa, buddy. Alright, so that's now offline. Let's put all this in here. Hopefully this is enough large tubes. It is. And there it is. It is online. Well, kind of. Needs power. So come over here. We're going to leave him with 2 left, because we'll be taking this one offline as soon as we turn this one on. There we go. So that reactor is now online. So now we come over here, we'll turn this guy on. Ooh. Let's turn jetpacks off. Okay, so we'll turn this guy here off. So he uses secondary power now. $280 megawatts. There's 0.09 energy. That's awesome. So drop in the bucket, and we're gonna have 2 of these. So granted, yeah, it's gonna take a ton of resources to build, but it's gonna be worth it. You know, we'll have 2 massive reactors just kicking away, and I'll put, like, I think what I'll do is I'll pipe out or around to the assemblers and stuff that we're gonna be putting right here anyway. I think it'll kind of make sense. Something like this would be just preliminary. All right, I'll cover that in the next episode. I'm going to wrap it up here. This is where we're going at with the Kestral. This will be probably, I think next episode it'll be online, because I'm going to get the other half of the ship taken care of offline and start working out how the gyroscopes are going to get put in place. Get all of the internal systems, the refineries and assemblers moved and up and running. And so yeah, this is the Kestral. This is where we're taking her and turning her into this mobile attack platform that she's going to become. And all right, this is Havoc. I'm signing off for now. Have fun and keep gaming.